Played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the three across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Well, I hope someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They'll run with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Up the gun, Fournette. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now as the quarterback and the play call.
Touchdown, Vikings! Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ballgame for them.
One of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. On the move to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action. Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. He's got room past the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because he's coached very hard to make sure.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you that. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Off play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A shotgun give to Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Fields complete to Mooney on the slant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They snap it to Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Running off tackle left, Fournette. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 32 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fields now to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Chicago passing game on point. They've got another first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second and goal, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action, Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they get receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
And the tackle by Kalen Barnes.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Cousins gives way to Cook. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were up there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On second down, here's Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the football for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, and it winds up falling incomplete. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Room here to run. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Back to throw, Fields. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Fields. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving, you try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Off play action, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll try the middle with Cook. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away.